Aye aye. Bag of gold behind me. Gold! Always believing gold. Okay, bag of gold. So, fertiliser. Putting fertiliser on the fields today. You might have seen the video clip I did for Sky News the other day. Here's a clip of it, what I was talking about, the price of fertiliser.
At the pumps, in the supermarkets and running our homes, the squeeze on the cost of living is getting even tighter now with the war in Ukraine. And it's not just consumers feeling the pinch, it is our businesses as well.
Probably one of the biggest impacts on us is the price of fertiliser, because that has actually gone through the roof.
For farmers like Richard, the war is making costs soar, with Russia a key supplier of fertiliser.
Normal fertiliser price, I think, probably this time last year was probably about £270 a tonne. This was about £570 a tonne in January. I thought that was expensive. Now that is now looking like a bargain, because we're talking about over £1,000 a tonne for fertiliser now.
So it's gone up fourfold in 12 months.
It's unbelievable.
With margins already tight, rising costs on the farm will soon be reflected in supermarket fridges.
I can't milk these cows if I'm losing money. No one can combine wheat and lose money on it. No one can produce eggs and sell them less than cost reduction. So all those costs have to feed through to the British public, and the supermarkets will have to take that hit. So why is fertiliser price so high? Well, two reasons really. Primarily Ukraine really. We can't import fertiliser from Russia anymore because they've banned the export of fertiliser. 50 million tonnes of fertiliser comes from Russia, believe it or not, into Europe. That's no longer available. So that's hiked the price considerably. But also the gas price is so high, and they use a lot of gas to make this stuff. Okay, don't ask me how they make it, but they do. So anyway, I'm putting fertiliser on our fields now. It's a little bit later than I'd like to have done it. I would have liked to have done it early March, but it was too wet then, so I've had to wait. I mean, it's a beautiful day today. Look at that blue sky. But really, I could do with a bit of rain after this just to wash it in. But this will get the grass going for the cattle to graze, and also for our silage fields. Now, I'm actually putting a little bit less on. I have my calculations. Where are they? In here, this top secret document is what I'm putting on each field. I've sort of taken into account what muck's gone on them, and also how we're going to use them. I'm not going to tell you how much I'm putting on, but primarily because someone's always got an opinion of it, and it just gets a bit wearing when everyone tells you, I would have done that, I would have done this. So I'm putting a certain amount on each field. It is a rare commodity, and I don't think I'm going to be able to afford to buy a second lot. I was very lucky. I bought our fertiliser in January. If I was buying it now, well, I won't buy it now. I can't afford to. It's not going to be economic for me to put on another load later in the year, I think. So that's going to be a bit of a dilemma. But I have got, I'll show you in a minute, we're going to have a look. I have got a lot of silage left in the clamp, and we've got quite a few round bales. So I think we'll be all right. Let's just go and have a look at the clamp, and then I'm going to put this out. All right. So here's the cows on the silage clamp. And you can see I've still got a lot of silage in stock. Hello, Gil. So, unusually for us, some years I've gone right to the back and there's no silage left. Look, I've nearly got 2 bays left, or bay and a half. And that's, they've ate from there to there. We've still got a lot of silage in the clamp. Now the reason for that is we started feeding this late. You might remember we had a really late to bring it. We brought the cows in really late because we had a really good autumn. So they've eaten less silage, got quite a bit in stock. I've also got more round bales because we managed to keep the cows out, the heifers and the dry cows out later than normal. So that might be our saving grace in the fact that we've got more silage in stock this year than we normally have going into spring. So we're probably 2 weeks away from the cows going out, 2 to 3. And that also is a good thing as well, because last year they didn't go out to the end of April, near the end of April. And it's all to do with weather. Weather affects me as much as how much fertiliser I put on. Because if I can get extended grazing season, it means I don't use so much silage. That means I've got more stock. So reality is, although I'm maybe putting less fertiliser on, I think I'm going to be okay because I've got some carried over from last year. And that just shows you, you know, you can be very lucky or unlucky depending on how seasons go. Right, gonna put this on. Let's get a bag in the thing. Gold, always believing you. Right, I've actually got a really nice knife that someone sent me from Australia. Look at this bad boy. Should we unhook the camera and we get a closer look? Really nice. After I did the bail off challenge, someone sent me this knife from Australia, and just slow that down. It's got a hell of a blade on it, and it's also got a skull, a Stanley knife. Look at this. Very conscious, it's always expensive stuff. I'm very conscious that every little bit's got to come out of that bag. I'm not leaving anything. Right, let's head off. We're off down the field now and put a bit of this gold stuff on. This one's going on the grazing field. I'm hoping I can stop for Potmaster. That will be coming up soon. Like, I've still got no radio working in the McCormick, the CX95. My radio's kaput in there. I need to get a new radio. This one's still got a radio, so I'm lucky. Lucky I've got a rad to listen to. I don't do all these bud things. Bud things in your ears and stuff. That's not for me. Right, let's get this. Oh, oh, hang on, I'm gonna put this down. What it is, if I lift that up too high, I can't reach under the glass to open the spinner. Right, okay, let's set this going. Right. Okay. Concentrate on what you're doing, Rich. It's all very well trying to rely on muck for fields, but you just don't get the growth out of it that you would do if you were putting it on with a, you know, artificial fertiliser. And also it's very instant response with artificial fertiliser. So what you need to do is you need to sort of balance the two out, really. You can see this is the new lay we put on earlier last year. This will give us quite a bit of grass, and I think last year I might have actually cut silage off it. I can't remember now. Another branch down there, look. Down there, you see that? Right, let's crack on with this anyway. There it is behind me. Right, I just stopped the tractor. I've seen a deer. Let's see if I can get a bit of close video of it. Hang on a sec. pretty cool. There's plenty of deer around the farm, and it's surprising when you're out in the field how you just don't realise they're there and suddenly they go. We've got a lot more deer than normal now. Well, it's gone now. Right, crack on. Right, Ken Bruce is on Popmaster now. Oh, I'm going a bit too fast. So we're going to be back in that when it's 3 and 10. In the meantime, let's crack on. Walk Sydney Youngblood. If only I could. I was actually at Top of the Pops when Sydney Youngblood was there. Fascinating pop fact there. 1989. I was at Top of the Pops then. Right, back for 3 and 10. Putting this fertiliser on, I just, you know, this is the field we ploughed up a year ago or more. I thought, do you know what? I'm going to set the, I'll set the camcorder up on a tripod, and what I'll do is I'll cut in a bit of it being cultivated in between the fertiliser spreading, because I thought that'd be quite a good contrast in video. So let's have a look, see what it's like, see what you think. On here than I would, but it's had muck. The one thing I've noticed as well, considerable amount of bull thistles that are coming up in this field, and can you see those? When I finish this, we'll jump out and have a quick look, because the problem is once you disturb a seed bed, or make a seed bed, it's opened up for lots of weed seeds to come, and I don't know what I'm going to do quite about this. If I spray it, it's quite a cost. But I can't, there's too many there, I think, for me to walk around trying to whack them off or spot treatment. Right, must be nearly time for 3 and 10, and then I've nearly finished this. I bet I'll run out just before 3 and 10. I've got a little bit left in there. I'm putting gold on. I've got to keep away from the hedge, because what you don't want to do is waste it. Really don't want to waste fertiliser. As everyone probably knows anyway, probably shouting at me again, well, we don't waste it anyway, but what was a dead rabbit there? No way that's done. I probably just got about enough. I'm really low on the spinner. 3 and 10 is approaching.
Right. No, sorry.
Which I haven't finished yet.
No promises and no year hang up in 2006.
Still going on. We haven't got 3 and 10 yet. Dead pigeon there as well. Maybe there's a fox having it. Now then, I am literally down to dregs. I'm running on air. Oh, I've run out in the last possible second. I've only got a little bit left to do. Let me turn that off. I don't know whether I'm going to bother coming back on that bit, to be honest. Is that turned off? I think that little strip there is hardly worth coming back for, and this field's had a fair amount of muck on it. So do you know what? That bag's gonna have to do for this. That's alright. If I had a normal year, I would pop back.
And what was their only number 1 hit?
They're still on that. Hot Chocolate, their only number 1 hit started with a kiss, I would have thought. Is it?
So you win again.
So you win again? Was that number 1? I didn't know that. So you win again. I'm the loser or something. So you win again. Oh, I love a bit of hot chocolate, don't you? Hot chocolate. You sexy thing. Where you from? You sexy thing. Started with a kiss. Never thought it would come to this. Oh yeah. I'll give you a fascinating fact about hot chocolate. I bet you didn't know they were signed by the Apple label, and the Apple label was owned by the Beatles, and they were signed in 1969 to Apple. So part of the Beatles kind of history. There you go, fascinating fact. Right, I'm coming up here.
Anyway, very well.
It's near the end. 3 in 10. What are we going to be? Cool, I'm hot in here as well. Oh, we're gonna let's go and have a look. I'm gonna park up over here because I want to just check that dead rabbit out. And
great, yeah.
I'm gonna we'll just have a little walk and look at the field. Shout outs. Everyone asks me for shout outs. Sorry, I don't really do shout outs because I get asked for so many. If you're a friend of mine, you don't need a shout out. Right. Let's park up.
Sadly, goodbye, Clark. It's been great having you on the show. Thanks very much for taking part, and all the best to you and your family.
All right.
Thank you. All the best again. Bye.
3 in 10. Whew, it's hot in here.
So, Susie of Lancashire, it's 3 in 10 for you, Susie. Are you ready?
Come on then, 3 in 10.
Let's do it quickly. Get it over with. Right. 10 seconds, 3 answers. Today, please, the titles of 3 UK single chart hits. 4.
3 in 10.
Sister Sledge.
We Are Family. I got sisters and me.
Music.
Oh, sisters.
We Are
Frankie.
Family. Yes.
Was that Frankie? Oh, that's
Never
2.
told me.
I don't know.
Yes, yeah, Mama have told me.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Well done. Oh,
Mama told me.
thought you'd gone quite honest there. But you came out with one of the...
Will you say mine? What I said?
Very good.
Oh, thank
Come on.
you.
Yeah, Mama
Come on.
told me you got there at the end. Lost in Music, We Are Family.
Lost in Music.
You could also have had He's the Greatest Dancer and big number 1 hit, Frankie.
Frankie, there you go.
Not many though.
There you go, not many. So I didn't do too bad. I got 2 in 10. Right, let's have a look. Dead rabbit. What's that doing here? It looks really fresh as well. Well, not that fresh, it's cardboard. Look, flipping out, it's still got a bit of grass in its mouth. It's a bit weird. Don't normally see them like that. And you can see where the rabbits have been. There's the poo. But on the side here, look at all these bull thistles. Look, that's what I call a bull thistle. Right down the side here, look. And then they're in the field, just growing. Look, there's one there, and there's one there. Look, you can actually see the fertiliser on the thistles. So look, you can see the fert. It's gone in the ground. There it is. That's about 4 grand's worth there. And I've got a little tiny bit left in the bottom there. That's another 4 grand. No, that's 10 grand. Right. It's a beautiful day anyway. Hey, hey, it's a beautiful day. Not so much for that rabbit. Right. I'm getting back to put another bag on. We've got a long way to go. I've got a long way to go. Right. I'll see you guys soon. Crack on, everyone. Crack on. Had enough of silly love songs. What's wrong with that? I'd like to know again. I love you. Do 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 do. I love you. Do 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 do. Funky Farmer CD will be coming out shortly. Do 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 do. That's it, another bag in. Hey ho, let's go. Well, I'm about to put this next load on. Before I do, I just thought I'd stop. We can have a look at the round bales. I said, you know, we've got a fair amount of clamp silage. We also have the silage that we've got in round bales here, and more than some years. We've still got a bit of time to go to feed it though, so what I've got now is a bit deceptive because it won't all last till next year. Right, here we go, look. So in hand, I have all this lot. Let's have a look what we got. Let's have a look. So, smiley face, we'll look at that in a minute. Right, I got the round, look at I've got a fair few here. There's a few holes in them though, look. You can see a hole there, that's not good. We'll patch that up if it's got to last through to the autumn. So, I would have thought there's well over 100 bales there, just at a guess. Now, I'm still feeding heifers and stuff. Some of them won't be out till the end of April probably, because I got to wait for the husvac we gave them to work. Husvac is against lungworm, and you can't put them out for grazing it until 2 weeks after the last dose, and we're a bit late getting the dosage on them, so they won't be going out till end of April, unfortunately. So what I've got here, do you remember these bales? Here's the clip. I painted them with the kids. Here's the clip. So we put smiley faces on some of the bales. These are the crappy ones. These are the ones that actually the grass wasn't very good, so I'm going to use those. We've been feeding them to dry cows. It's not the best silage, and to be honest, some of it ends up as bedding because at the end of the day it's not great. But do you know what? Every bale is a bale worth having, really, even for bedding, because it saves money. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of those rubbishy ones that have got to be used up. They certainly won't make it through to the next year. This is these here. That's a bit of a hole, but actually, do you know what? One hole doesn't make a massive problem. Right. So you can see what I mean. I've got some bales that will last through to next year. Wait a minute, this year. The main thing is I've got to make sure I feed those first. It's not ideal carrying bales over to the next season. They don't tend to keep as well. It's a bit like a loaf of bread. It just gets to the point where they don't, you know, they go a bit stale and they might start going a bit rotten inside. But those, if I feed those next winter, sort of November, December time, the first lot there, I think we'll be okay. So I'm blooming glad I got those in stock, because I am not going to get the bales I want out of the fertiliser I'm putting on. If I'm really lucky, I've got a few bags of fertiliser left over from what I'm putting on today, and I'll keep that and I'll put that on in May time, but I'm unlikely to have much. Right, I'm going to carry on now. That's it. Fertiliser video done. See how it goes. God, I don't know how long before we get the cows out. 2-3 weeks. Just need a bit of rain now. Just need a bit of rain just to get this washed in, and then we're laughing. Crack on, everyone, crack on.